All right, there you are. Hello, welcome to the Magic of MAGFAST. I'm Seymour and Kate, the founder and president. Welcome to you, whoever you are, wherever you are on the face of the planet. I know we've got people from dozens of countries all around the world. It's incredible to have you here, whether you're a customer, a pre-order customer, one of our investors or a future investor, one of our booster team who help us to promote. Thank you so much for being here. Big news for you today if you're a customer. Some great news, I think, if you're an investor. Somewhat concerning news if you're one of our competitors, as always. All right, let's get the thing rolling. Kate Kennard, only North America's finest live stream co-host, is with me. Hey, Kate.
Hi, I'm very excited.
We're lucky to have you because Kate, of course, is in Austin, Texas, one of the tech epicenters of the planet, where they don't have enough technology to keep warm. And only a few days ago, you guys were, how many inches of ice? It was like literally an inch of ice on the roads and trees, right?
Yeah, and we actually didn't have power for 4 days, which was a bit obnoxious. So
That's
yeah,
crazy.
but we're here, we're good. I'm
glad we've got you now. And also joining us, in fact, I've got them on the iPad here, is our global team. Look at this. This is everybody. This is everybody who's not working right now. Actually, everyone's working very hard. They've just taken a couple of minutes to come in and say hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi.
My goodness, I'm looking here. We've got development, we've got marketing, we've got special projects, we've got design, we've got customer care, we've got marketing, we've got our special engineering consultants, and it's an incredible group. Hello to High Finance as well. If I missed a group, I'm so sorry. Thank you, guys. Now, get back onto shipping, please, right away. We need to get as many things out of the door as we possibly can. I love you all. This is an incredible team here, folks. A truly incredible team. We love every single one of them. And I'll tell you, one of the things I'm most proud of around here, Kate, thanks, guys. One of the things I'm most proud of around here is how few people leave MAGFAST. I mean, if you think about it, the crew that's there's a couple of new faces, right, since we last did this. I can't think of anybody we've lost. It's really extraordinary in all of this time over kind of 6 years or something now. Truly remarkable. Very, very proud about that. All right. And to you, hello to you. I want to keep the lines, I want to keep us all able to focus on what we're doing here for most of it. But can we open up the chat real quick? I'd love to hear from you. Just let us know your name and where you're watching from today. And just give us a quick shout out. We'll leave the chat open for a couple of minutes, and then we'll close it up so that we can get focused. All right. What else have we got, Katie? Oh, look behind my head. It says Auski, which I think says housekeeping. Housekeeping. Yes, housekeeping. All right. So a little bit of housekeeping. First of all, we always do when we do these. We always do a shameless bribe to encourage folks to join us here. Right? Shameless. What do we offer folks to sign up and be here today? This time.
So today we have 3 amazing prizes. The third prize is Consumer Reports top-rated Bose Quiet Comfort 45 headphones. And those look beautiful. I want some now. So that's our third prize. That's amazing. Our second prize is is a brand new iPhone 14 or a Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus. So you get to choose, if you're the second place winner, you get to choose which one of those that you want.
Yeah, I'm fortunate enough to have one of the iPhones because we make charging stuff. I have to get the latest iPhone, which is super. But I think folks, if you're an Android person, that Samsung is really nice. It just came out a few days ago, and I think people are pretty excited. So something for everyone in prize number 2. And prize number 1
is a Consumer Reports top-rated Samsung S95B OLED 4K smart Tizen TV? Tizen? Don't know how to say that.
I don't know.
But yeah, an amazing TV.
A fantastic TV. Can you say that without drawing a breath halfway through? No, nobody possibly can. It's the same with all these TVs. They have incredibly long names. All right, so just to be clear, those prizes, when you registered for today, you got in the draw for that. So, Kate, you're going to announce one of them a little bit later on, right? Okay, I'm not sure how long we're going to run, but later on during this live stream, you'll be announcing those winners, yes?
Yes, correct.
And also, folks have a chance for something else, which is...
Yes. Or are you doing it?
We could talk about it together. So on March the 30th, we have our huge new product launch. We're super excited about this. It is major. It's something we've been working on for a while. We're not going to give the game away today, but we'll talk about it a little bit more. But it's a super important launch. So we're doing a crazy giveaway to encourage you and your friends and family to register and be there on the day. What are we giving away, Kate?
We are giving away 250,000 flight miles, which is just insane.
What? I don't remember authorizing that. What?
I'm so sad that I can't be in this drawing because that's an amazing prize. So if you registered for today's event, then you are already in the drawing, and then of course we will give you extra chances to win as well.
We're going to give you extra. So you're already in the draw for this, but you're going to want to be there, and you can get many more chances to win. So Kate, one of the ways that you're going to get more chances to win is by paying attention today, right? Like a good school child. So how do folks pick up extra chances to win today during this broadcast?
So throughout the live stream today, we're doing something new and fun. We're going to put secret words up on the screen. We're not going to say them out loud. We're just going to pretend they're not there, but you'll see them pop up on the screen. And if you see it, then you're going to go to magfast.com/welovetravel, and you will enter those secret words in for chances to win.
So magfast.com/welovetravel. If you can show that on the screen, Philip, that'd be great. Otherwise, it's super easy. You just go to magfast.com/welovetravel. And we're going to have several secret words today, and also some tomorrow and the next day. This is the main presentation today. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in just a second. But yeah, so lots and lots of chances to win. We haven't figured the whole thing out yet, but for you, you really could be the person who wins the trip of the lifetime, 250,000 miles. It's going to be amazing. And by the way, if you're the winner and you genuinely don't want 250,000 air miles, you're going to have 250,000 MAGFAST Club rewards points instead. Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that out loud. All right, so we've got a good show for you today. Let's just run quickly through. I think you're going to find it sort of fast-paced and super interesting. Very unlikely we'll run over for time, although Kate, is sometimes a little bit long-winded. But if she is, and we do run long, then oh, Kate, I'm sorry. Then we will have a recording, of course, available. So quickly today, got a gorgeous new product to show you. Really something special. Here's a sneak preview of it.
Ooh.
Pretty good. Plus, I am going to fess up to, I think, the biggest mistake we made since we started MAGFAST. It was something we just didn't understand properly. I'll tell you more about that, and then go into the biggest lesson that we learned as a result of that. Okay. Plus, we got the awesome prizes that Kate just went through. We're going to reveal a kind of secret hidden feature of all of our products. It's actually hiding in plain sight. One or two people watching may have noticed it, but I'll bet most people haven't. We're going to talk about that quickly. We've also got a bit of stuff for folks who have invested in MAGFAST or want to invest in MAGFAST. Did you know, Kate, that on average, across the last few years, on average, every day, several people have chosen to invest in MAGFAST. It's not for everyone, but if you're interested in that, we'll have some stuff for you a little bit later on. And there's going to be information that our existing investors are going to want to know about the whole way through. And I've got a bit of news for you. We did. What happens is that kind of usually a couple of times a year, we sort of open up to invest, and we do like a little. If you want to invest over the next few days, we'll give you a gift. And we did that back in November, and a whole bunch of people are going to be getting, can we put it back on the screen, please, Philip? This gorgeous Persian red MAGFAST Lux cable. I have one here. The thing is absolutely beautiful. Oh my God, this thing, the color is just extraordinary. This one in the packaging that you see here is exclusively for the folks who invested last November. We had hoped to have it in your hands by now, but you may have heard that the COVID restrictions overseas changed very, very, very rapidly in the last few months, and there was a huge wave of COVID went through many of the factories. So we lost a few weeks there, but I will have the timing on that for you a little bit later on. And yesterday, and Kate, it was too early for you; you weren't able to make it, but we actually did a live Zoom with the factory yesterday with Nancy, who's one of our team members over in Shenzhen. And Philip, are you able to bring up that video now? We did like a screen grab of some of it because with Nancy, we inspected, here we go, we inspected the packaging for these. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous?
Oh.
I mean, and I don't know how well you can see it, but you see that, like, you can run your finger across the limited edition. It's just brilliant. There it is in a finished box. This thing is fantastic. So if you weren't able to join us and invest back then, and that the black one on the left there is something we liked it so much we decided we're going to do a different one, right? The limited edition, the red one, the all red one that's just for the investors from last November exclusively, will never be made again. That's it. The one with the black box is we're going to use for a marketing promotion. And I know that also we have some investors very patiently waiting for their limited edition MAGFAST Air. We'll talk more about Air a little bit later on. It's ready to rock at last, and I'll have a timetable for you for the delivery of Air. So that's what we're doing today, and it's a lot. Kate's going to be with me the whole time. She'll be keeping an eye on the kind of the chat and the comments and joining us from time to time with insight and commentary. Okay, can we have both today, Kate? Both the insight and the commentary, please.
I will do my best.
Okay. Very good. By the way, I haven't explained this background. The reason I'm in front of a beach with a sort of T-shirt on is because we've got We Love Travel coming up on March the 30th, which is this huge upcoming event. All right, and then we've got 3 days in a row now. Today's the big event, but we said that we'd open up tomorrow and Saturday at the same time. Whatever your time zone, at the same time tomorrow and the next day. It's going to be super informal. I'm going to show you a bunch of slides today. We're not really going to have many slides, but I'm just going to take you behind the scenes on one or two of the things that we do. We'll talk a little bit. I promise you this is exciting. We'll talk about patents and trademarks, okay? I promise you. We got a very, very fun patent guy, Steve Barnes, who we've worked with for years. He's super smart. He's one of the smartest people I know, actually. He's going to come and just do 5 minutes talking about that. It's fascinating, and I think investors or potential investors will love it as well. But whoever you are, if you have any kind of business, this is something that you should hear about. He's going to explain what you need to protect and what not. So we'll do that in the next couple of days. Kate and I will talk about customer care and the way that we approach that. We'll talk about a bunch of different things, including some of the things we do these days to keep this whole thing secure. Okay, because people are getting hacked into online all the time. All right, so that's going to be the next couple of days. We're going to kind of lift the lid on MAGFAST. All right, now I don't know if you've seen this graph recently. This is what's happened to airline travel. On the left there is the beginning of the pandemic. It fell off a cliff, but if you follow the graph up to the right, this graph is actually not miles, it's gallons. It's aircraft fuel usage, but you can see that it's back up now to slightly above pre-pandemic levels. And because of this, it's the perfect time to launch our new travel-related product on March the 30th. Okay, Kate, excited for this? It's huge. This is bigger than anybody's birthday, this is. So March the 30th, what's it called?
We Love Travel.
We Love Travel. March the 30th, okay? We're going to give away this incredible trip of a lifetime, 250,000 points. And we're going to launch a major new product. It is bigger, it is shinier, it is absolutely spectacular. So one or two things about it. Kate, all right, is it the most innovative thing we've ever done? I think it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it? And it's definitely that. It's definitely that. You have not seen anything like this before. It's ultra Instagrammable. This is going to be, you're going to want to photograph yourself and go on Instagram with it. And it's totally unexpected, and you are going to love it. And I mentioned when we met before that our investors are going to love it as well, I think, because the metrics of it, it's almost certainly got the highest percentage margins, definitely going to have the highest dollar margins of anything that we've ever done. and we have a jaw-dropping registered trademark for it. You can learn more about it on March the 30th. When?
March
the 30th. That is just 7 weeks from today if you're watching us live. 7 weeks from today. We're super excited. Now, it looks like some people are still coming through. So I'm going to do just real quick is just do a tiny little bit of the backstory for folks who don't know it before. So what is MAGFAST? What is the backstory of MAGFAST? MAGFAST has its origins. MAGFAST itself started 2017, but it has its origins actually a full decade ago, almost to the week, when I had an idea for a charger. And you can see it on there. It says first prototype. That's the very first one. Can you see with that old wide connector, the old wide Apple connector? But I found the other day the second prototype in the basement. Here it is. Obviously, it would normally plug into the wall. I've got a safety cable connecting it. But I thought for fun, this is a decade old now. I thought for fun, let's see whether the second prototype from all those years ago still works. So, hang on, let me turn it off. It just turned on because it saw my face. Hang on. Turn it off. Plug it in. Ooh. Could you hear that? Could you hear the little ding? It's up there. And there's the little thing shining up there. So rather proud of that. A decade on, the first prototype is still working absolutely beautifully. So we made that prototype. We stuck it on Indiegogo at the time, and it was kind of amazing. Within a few months, we'd sold 250,000 of them. We wound up shipping them to, I think, about 70,000 people because most people bought multiples of them. But that company ran out of cash. Learned some very difficult, painful lessons. Kate, I know, members of your family have been involved in companies that have run out of money. It's a tough period, but I think it makes you stronger, right? And so when that ran out, when that kind of reached its end, we went back to all of the customers and said, look, we think we've learned enough about charging to do something really special here. And we asked folks to vote about whether we should start up again. And I can remember being in tears when I read the survey that 84% of folks had said, yes, we should jump back in and start over. So we started with this vision that we could literally change charging for good. We called it MAGFAST because of this idea of a fast magnetic connection. MAGFAST has come to mean more since then, but we envisaged this incredible magnetic connection. I will demonstrate it right here. You've seen it many times before, I think, but look, boom, a beautiful, simple connection like that. And it's done courtesy of these beautiful micromagnets inside. If you look on the screen, you can see them kind of pulsing there. Those are the micromagnets. There's typically 4 in a MAGFAST connection. And then we built a suite of products around it. MAGFAST Wall, the kind of phenomenal upgrade to my original charger design, the one that shipped 250,000. The Great Wall is always a really neat design just by itself. And now with Snap to Charge on board, it becomes a great base station for all of your other chargers. MAGFAST Life, a lot of customers have got Life in their hands already. Not as many as we want, but a lot have got it, and we'll give you some of the feedback in just a minute. A MAGFAST Extreme with so many different outputs, the ability to jump start your car, wirelessly charge 3 phones at a time. Wireless charging, not as efficient as wired charging. It never is anywhere. So whenever you can, use a wired. If you're charging with a battery, use a wire. We've also got MAGFAST Air. We're going to talk about Air again a little bit later on. And in case you missed it, we were playing it just before the start of the show. But Philip, if you have the Air film, can we just run that real quick just to remind folks about Air now, please? Can we put that up?
MAGFAST Air reimagines what's possible in Qi wireless charging. Beautiful glossy contours enclose a powerful dual-coil Qi certified premium wireless charging system for all your Android, Apple and other devices. Place one horizontally or vertically, and instantly our induction system communicates with it to maximize power delivery and ensure a safe, fast charge. Designed for lifetime durability and fun, this stand doesn't fold down or flip out, it snaps firmly, magnetically and fast. MAGFAST, both onto the back for simple storage and underneath to stand on your desk or countertop. Air's precision geometry is calibrated to position your devices at a perfect 69-degree viewing angle to maximize your productivity. By now, you already have many micro USB cables like this, but the future is USB-C like this, so Air accepts either when you want to power it by itself. And Air, of course, is MAGFAST Air, so like every other MAGFAST family product, it works magically with all your other MAGFAST chargers too. Snap on any of your MAGFAST power banks for a super stylish, truly wireless portable wireless charging stand. Or keep your phone away from big spills and little fingers by snapping Air right on top of your MAGFAST wall for one of the world's first outlet-mounted Qi wireless chargers. So Air is awesome on its own, perfect with all our power banks, and wonderful on MAGFAST wall. And of course, we plant yet another tree for every MAGFAST charger ordered. MAGFAST Air reimagines what's possible in Qi wireless charging.
Beautiful.
So we love Air. I was just looking to see where it is. It's a pretty little thing, and we'll talk about it more a little bit later on. You good there, Kate? Sorry, I heard a noise. Did you need to say something? Did I miss something?
No.
All good. All right, super. And then we added on top of Snap to Charge, we added one or two other kind of themes across the whole of the suite. LED-licious. I don't know if you can see it here. But the one is charging the other. The life on the left is charging time on the right, and you can see the glowing LED down at number 10 there just tells you that power is going out and into the other one, and the other one is you can see the rippling LEDs showing you that power is coming in. So we love LED-licious, and we also love fingerprint. Okay. MAGFAST fingerprint. This is a special QR code. It's basically a QR code you can scan with any phone on every single one of our products. It looks like this, super simple, to provide security and to provide service as well. And this is actually one of the things I said we would talk about today. This is actually the source of the secret hidden feature, because if you look closely at any fingerprint, you will see that written next to it, it talks about the referral program. Now we're going to be cranking up the referral program for March the 30th. So I'm not going to stop to talk about it very much now, but basically because the fingerprint in every product is registered to you as soon as you register your product, so you can have lost and found, and we can check warranty and all that kind of stuff. The other thing you're going to be able to do is if you're out and about and someone is says, oh, what's that? I'm kind of interested in it. Particularly the product coming on March the 30th. People are going to be saying, oh my God, where did you get that? Because it's highly visible. You'll just be able to scan your fingerprint, and it'll take you straight through to a page where you can refer someone and get kind of points and other benefits from doing it. So we're excited about the referral program coming soon, and that's linked into this additional secret hidden feature of fingerprint, which you know about, Kate, but most people did not.
I love it.
Okay, this is the one where I take a deep breath because I want to talk about the biggest mistake that we ever made. I'm kind of proud of the way we think about this now, but obviously talking about your mistakes is a little bit tough. The biggest mistake was that we did classic crowdfunding, plus we were uncompromised. Explain what that means. The classic crowdfunding is how A and I started out way back, as I said, 10 years ago, which we had an idea, like a napkin sketch, just an idea. And we put it out to crowdfunding. The crowd, oh my God, and many folks, even from here with us today, I know, stepped up to fund the development and production of the original wall charger. And so it did so well for us, or we learned so much from that. That was what we did when we came back in MAGFAST. The problem is that MAGFAST was a much richer and more complicated system altogether. And we've been, and the customers who have the products are thrilled with it, but we've been uncompromising about it. We've been uncompromising about the form factor and the performance and the functionality and the aesthetics, the haptics, the way the thing feels, right? This had to just feel right, or there wasn't any point in having, kind of another crappy product with some magnets in it. So we've insisted on getting it right, and that has meant that the project as a whole has been way, way harder. So we knew from the beginning, let's just put this graph up here. with, so if you think of the left-hand side being the kind of the complexity of the tech. Standard meaning, is it kind of the same as everybody else's? In other words, you can just take someone else's product and kind of put a badge on it, like a generic product and put a badge on it. And unique is where you've done a lot of your own stuff. Well, MAGFAST, because we've done a lot of our own unique stuff. So we knew that there would be a time and cost attached to doing that. And we thought that it would be a modest amount of time and modest cost. Obviously, if you've got loads of money, it can take less time. If, like us, you don't have so much money, because we've always been, we've been working on very limited budgets compared to these enormous competitors. And this is the thing that we underestimated the complexity. So the graph did not turn out to look like this. It turned out to look like this, right? To get the that we just turned out to be way famous about this graph before, but it's at a way in terms of it cost a lot more, and it took way more time. I'll talk about it a little bit today. But the cost was I'm estimating that was a mistake. We'll just give you an example. Here is the kind of the blueprint for Air. And just one simple feature of Air, which is really the best idea for a product like this. The other one, right, which is micro. Everybody has micro USB cables around their home. Everybody. Okay, everybody has that. And when the world is moving to USB-C, people are moving to USB-C. We've made our USB-C cables Lux. So that's the future. And most chargers that you buy, most wireless chargers, right, they come with a completely unnecessary charging brick. Very often you use USB, like this little brick with a wire coming out of it. It plugs to the back. The whole thing. Like, terrible. Let's do that. Let's simply build one that will accept either of them on the input. Well, here's the problem. Right, the circuit doesn't exist for that, right? So this Air is our simplest product, but it required a custom circuit to be built. Because of this, because it was a new circuit, we then had to underdo testing with crazy numbers of different phones, and because we were providing a power source, because you already have a power source and a cable, so there's no need to junk your house up and increase the cost. It then had to be tested with lots of different power sources. That's why the graph wound up looking like this. And Kate, you've done a lot of testing on Air, right? I mean, and you've done, Air for you, I think you only came in on the last couple of days of testing, but it was still crazy amounts of work, right?
Oh yeah, hundreds of hours of testing Air, and then myself, I spent several days worth of testing, and it went so well. Actually, it went really well. We didn't have that many problems, luckily, but it was fun. It's not as hard testing Air as it is testing, Life and Extreme, because those have so many different functionalities. So Air is, It's like a really nice, straightforward product.
Comparatively.
Yes. No, comparatively, not compared to other people, but compared to Life and Extreme, yes, it's straightforward, but it has many great features.
Indeed. So anyway, if nothing else, this kind of proves that we are in it for the long haul. The team is in it for the long haul. As I said, the people you saw on screen earlier on, most of them have been here for years. Kate, I think you're up at year 5 or something now, aren't you? Close enough. Her dad's with us. Her dad actually is the kind of the chief of many things, but this kind of intense testing program. He's been running with Kate and some other team members. Brittany, thank you so much. So huge thank you to everyone involved in that, and a huge thank you to you watching us now for your patience while we've done this. It's really extraordinary. I'll give you some feedback from, not everyone's got their products yet, but from the folks who've got them, I'll give you some feedback a little bit later on, so you know that we are indeed on the right track. So the biggest lesson from all this, and Kate, you and I went through this presentation briefly because you've been busy, right, with customer care and testing and everything. I've been busy putting this together, so Kate and I haven't actually discussed this next. But I think the biggest lesson from all of this I've been trying to think how to describe this, but it comes back to the question about what is MAGFAST. And we did a company retreat, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago now. I don't know, it's back in the midst of time. But we did one of those exercises where we listened to everybody at the retreat. I think there were kind of a dozen of us or something. Everybody on the retreat, we said, we asked a whole series of questions to elicit what we as a team felt was the most important thing about MAGFAST. And we developed a document called MAGFAST Core Values. And there were 5 of them. 2 of them were not relevant for this discussion, but these were the first 3 and the most important 3. And build and cherish strong bonds. Now, I know cherish is a bit of a funny word to have in your core values, but the thing about core values is that you want to have strong words, emotional words that people feel. So build strong bonds and cherish them, treat them as truly, truly valuable. And we try to do that with our team, with our suppliers, and with you, with our customers, with our pre-order customers, with our fans, with our investors. We're not perfect at it, but it's a core value that we pursue really hard the whole time. Choose to delight. Make sure that whatever it is we're doing, we're trying to make it a little bit special, a little bit delightful, a little bit different in some way. And just to share our passion. We like to have passionate people on the team. Folks who arrive not passionate find themselves gently goaded into expressing their passion. But what's so interesting about this list, and this was not, I didn't sit down and write this and kind of hand it down, right? This came out of the people working here. About like it was, we boiled down hundreds and hundreds of comments to get to this. So what's so interesting about this is that there's nothing in the core values, there's nothing in our key features about features. There's nothing in it about specifications. There's nothing in it about pricing. There's nothing in there about most of the things that electronics companies talk about all the time, right? All of these things, right? Bonds, delight, passion, they're all to do with feelings. They're all to do with relationships. And what we realize is that the most valuable thing that we have and we do is developing the relationship. In business terms, it's called a brand, but we think of it as being the relationship and the relationships that we have with everybody in the MAGFAST community. Sanya, I've shown you this slide before. Sanya, who's Kate's boss in customer care, and when we first met her, she said, no, this is all about serotonin. It's about we need to work with people and behave in such a way that we help to increase their serotonin levels for a little bit of their day, right? So they're going about their day, and even if their day is a little bit tough, if they're dealing with MAGFAST, they should just feel a little bit better for that part of the day. And just as I was preparing this presentation, this was online in the last couple of days, an 84-year Harvard study. This is the best part of a century. The data was pulled together by folks at Harvard. This is on CNN Health if you want to look it up. But basically, the conclusion is that the key to life itself is nurturing relationships. Nurturing relationships. So that's what we aim to do. That's why folks have been so gracious, even as we've kind of struggled to deliver on the products for such a long time. Folks have given us such remarkable feedback online. And so a year ago, internally, we started talking in terms of new MAGFAST. It's not a formal brand that we're putting out in the world, but we started to say, well, look, we've got the MAGFAST that's here with these great relationships. We've got these incredible products, but they're really, really tough. What can we do to best serve everybody in the MAGFAST community? You, our customers, our team, right? Because we want things to be, exciting and engaging for our team. What can we do with our suppliers? And we figured we need to simplify a lot of stuff. We need to figure out ways of developing stuff rapidly. And we need to realize that the relationship, the brand is at the core of everything. And we came up with this notion of MAGFAST should delight fast. Okay, MAGFAST should delight fast. All right. So new products. All right. We have to do whatever it takes to get the old ones done. So at the bottom there it says meet existing commitments ASAP. And remember what ASAP means. It means as soon as possible, as quickly as it's possible to do it. You can't do what's impossible, but we need to meet those commitments as quickly as possible, and we're working to do that. And the folks for whom we've met them are delighted, and we're working to clear the backlog. But it's critical. New products are absolutely critical to getting a win-win-win for everybody, because the new products with better margins that get to market more quickly, that are more easily marketed than the old ones, they can help us to create an even more flourishing enterprise, and the benefits then go to everyone. It means that we could just move everything through much more quickly. So we determined that every new product must now have a clear timeline for all new products. And the first example of that, a year ago, you may remember, we found a market with a huge growth. USB cable market was due to grow from 12 to 54 billion, something like that, according to what's their name down in the corner of the screen there? The market.
Allied Market Research.
Allied Market Research. It was a little bit tiny on my screen there. Yeah, so according to the data from Allied Market Research, one of the kind of larger firms, there's due to be this kind of crazy growth. So we introduced, I'll give you the dates in a minute. We introduced MAGFAST Lux to you a while back. We've got this product that's going to be guaranteed to work with all modern devices. Everybody now believes that Apple is going to go to USB-C for the iPhone. They've done it for everything else, but for the iPhone in the next rev. So we believe that this was the right move, and we hit our marks on the timing as well. This is what we did. We announced it in April, all right, to investors. We formally launched it in August, on August the 1st. You remember that crazy day, August the 1st, $500,000 in a day, Kate? Wasn't that bonkers?
It was amazing.
Yeah. And we sold out within the first few hours, the October batch, and we promised a second batch in December. And we wound up shipping in October and November. I'm sure somebody watching got theirs a few days early in September. And for sure, someone who was expecting October will have got it a little bit late, because this was way bigger than we expected. We sold out 23,000 cables in the first couple of hours. So the logistics of it were kind of just way more than expected. But the bottom line is, by any reasonable measure, Lux shipped on time. Lux shipped on time. I said again, Lux shipped on time. All right. And furthermore, it is now America's highest rated smartphone cable. Highest rated, all right, on Amazon and Trustpilot and Google reviews. It's the highest rated. All right, so let's see what that means. Here it is on Amazon. You can see the little panel there. All right, 4.9 out of 5 stars. Trust me, I watch this every day. It's a solid 4.9 out of 5 stars, and people absolutely love it. Let me just read a couple of the reviews here. This is a verified purchaser. Hang on, I skipped over her too quickly. Sorry about that, Mari. Let's just go back to you here. So Mari's a verified purchaser. Here's her review. She says, super fast charging. She says, I finally took the plunge, ordered this cord. It blows all others out of the water. My boys are both begging me for one now. I guess I know what they're going to get for their birthdays this year. So much thought has gone into the simplest item. I cannot wait to see the rest. That's it, Mari. That's exactly what we're aiming to do. I love this from Kyle. I think he was on Trustpilot. He says, this is the one. And listen to this. This cable surely is the greatest one I've ever had. I have at least 8 years of cell phone sales under my belt with Verizon and AT&T. So this is someone who's spent the best part of a decade in the industry handling these cables all day, every day. He says, I've never used or seen a better cable. So I hope, even as folks are being patient with us, as we clear the backlog on all the original charging products, that you can see this is in the real world shipped the standard that we're aiming for. This 4.9 star average rating is extraordinary. The average on Amazon, average for the best-selling Android cables is 4.5, including Amazon's own cable, which is the best. 4.9 is huge. Top-selling Lightning cable, 4.6. Apple's own cable, 4.7. This 4.9 is extraordinary. Here is it. I just grabbed this. This isn't very pretty, but this is a screen grab I got just before we came out. On average, home and kitchen products get a 4.1 star. Electronics, pretty much a 4 star. Office products, just under a 4 star. Cell phones and accessories, 3.8. All right. It is. I've been trying to figure out how to explain how extraordinary this is. Kate, you're a mathematician. Can you explain percentiles to everybody? While I take a sip here.
I'll let you do it. No, I don't need the spotlight.
I'll take that as a no. Let me just explain this graph. So, right. So along the bottom here is. Sorry, not along the bottom. Along the top, you can see the star ratings, right? So from 3, 4 to 5 stars. And up the side here is the percentage of products that have it. All right, it's going to be much clearer when we zoom in. If you zoom in on here and take a look at the 4.9 sector, you see, because of the curve of the graph, all right, can we get this on the screen here? Yeah. Do you see that we are in the 99th percentile? It's basically 1% or less of all products get this 4.9 star. It's extremely rare. There are one or two with 5 stars, but they generally only have a very few reviews, like they're newly up and they've just got a few reviews. People have got 5 stars. And then as soon as you have any volume, 5 is virtually impossible. 4.9, and a solid 4.9 is truly extraordinary. And let's just open up the chat again for just a second. If you have Lux, or you gave Lux as a gift, we particularly like to hear the kind of responses that we had. I know chat doesn't appear on screen for everybody. But if we can just get it open up for just for a minute. I think Sanya is operating the chat. If you can just open it up, anyone who's got Lux, or particularly if you gave it as a gift, I'd love to hear what kind of reactions people had when you gave it as gifts. So
I have a few that I've seen that I wanted to read. Just as you were talking, people were writing in. Greg Castra says, "I love my Lux cable and use it daily. I gave bunches of them as gifts for Christmas." I wonder how many bunches.
That's by the way, that's the correct collective noun for Lux. Bunches. Yes. Or if it's up to 6 or 7, a bunch. After that, bushels. You should be giving away bushels of Lux.
And Yvette said, "I love my Lux. I gave all family members for Christmas as well as coworkers." Wow, so you must love your coworkers, Yvette. That's amazing. I've seen a bunch of people just say they give them as gifts, which is just like, who gives cables as gifts? Like, I understand why they're giving Lux as a gift because Lux is amazing, but like, no, that's the point though. No one gives the cables as gifts unless they're absolutely.
Well, it's all about relationship. You see, there's never previously been a cable that wouldn't be the end of your relationship if you gave it as a gift. Now there's one that fortifies the relationship because it's so beautiful. So altogether, we've shipped 50,088 units. This was as of about 48 hours ago. I didn't have a chance to update it just before we came on now, but as of about 48 hours ago, 50,088 units. Yes, a lot of them are Lux, but a whole bunch of them are Life and Extreme as well. I got to say, these more complex products, the firmware, that's the, I guess this little mini computer program that runs it, has been very, very tough. We've been getting feedback from customers. Kate's been very deeply involved in that. The firmware, let me just zoom in and show you here. So basically, it's the firmware inside the electronics that controls everything. It's been tough, but I think we're now into our kind of final revs, and we can get stuff scaled up. There's a couple of folks who bumped into problems with the firmware. We're replacing their units. We're gonna it may take a while, but I think you've seen our commitment to getting everything right. So yeah, and so the feedback on these products on Life and Extreme is fantastic as well. Steve Brodell, Extreme is a beast. It really is a beast. I've used this at least 6 times to jumpstart cars and trucks. And let's be clear what he means by that. Extreme, as we know, we've demonstrated it during these live streams. One single Extreme can do, what did we do live? We did 99 jump starts one time. We did, 68 or 78 or something another time. So Extreme can do dozens and dozens and dozens of jump starts. What Stephen is saying is that in his life, since he's had this for a few months, 6 times he's got out of a bind by jump starting a car using Extreme. Also, Daniel C said, very impressed with the quality and the performance of the chargers, and even more so the jump start capability of Extreme. He said, it is true to good things come to those who wait, and my patience was certainly rewarded here. Thank you so much, Daniel. And just one quick last one from DM. Each of these, I kind of edited them strategically, not to change the meaning, but just to kind of fit them on the screen and be a little quicker. But DM says, great chargers and fantastic. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Sanya. Thank you, everybody in customer care. And great customer service. Life and Extreme have performed extraordinarily well, and I'm so pleased I'm going to purchase more for gifts. He says, I'm glad they didn't cut corners and consistently kept customers aware of the product's development. And he also said, I've been a MAGFAST customer since 2017. God bless you, sir, and did not receive any type of compensation for writing this. So as we strive to get more and more shipping done, I wanted to show you how complicated it is. This is limited edition Air we mentioned earlier on. This is the project plan for getting limited edition Air shipping out. I'm going to show you the timing, but look at everything that is involved here. These are all of the steps from now until shipping it out. All right, Kate, I know you're kind of familiar with those plans, but even you were a bit blown away to see the whole thing expanded out like that, right?
Yes, it's
let's
quite
look.
shocking.
Yeah, it's crazy. So let's look at shipping 2023. All right, this year. So the first thing is, of course, Lux is up to date. We're shipping when people make new purchases of Lux, they go out usually within 24 hours. We're on Amazon there, as you saw, of course, highly rated. But most of the sales are at our own store. So that's going to obviously continue throughout the year. We're also going to continue to catch up with Hello Kits, with Life, with Air, with Extreme. But I can now give you timing on some of these limited edition ones. So first of all right, limited edition, Investors Limited Edition, Persian Red, all right, is coming up very early April. If we can squeak it out a day or two earlier, we will. But look for that in the first or second week of April. Thank you so much to everybody who invested with us back in November. These things are beautiful. I've got one of the very earliest. I don't have the packaging. But you saw us inspecting the packaging a little bit earlier on. But the cable is beautiful. This red is just gorgeous, and the gold plating and everything is just fantastic. Right. So that's Persian Red. Right. The next thing is that we've got the timing now on. Can bring this up on screen there. Thank you. Is we've now got the timing on Air and limited edition Air. Look at this thing. It is beautiful. Folks have been waiting a while for this. I know folks have been asking about it. You should, by the way, now see these in your account on our new store. That's store.magfast.com. If you click login, as long as you go in with the right email, you should see these products, listed there, waiting for you. I know folks have been asking for that. So limited edition Air, end of June, early July, and I went a little too fast. Got to go back on the last one here. Excuse me, just skipping through this quickly again. We're also giving you now, let me just build the graph up again. Come on. All right, one more. Here we go. All right, we're also giving you the timing now for the product that we will be announcing on March the 30th, okay? Which is going to be in time for Christmas. This thing is complicated. The logistics on it are insane, but it's really, really great. So as I said, new products, we're committing to timelines before we bring them out as part of the kind of the new MagFast program. And there's 5 that you saw on the screen a moment ago. All right, this is the number of world-class charging products that we will be shipping this year. Mystery new product, Lux in various forms. I guess you could say 2 because you got USB-C and Lightning, and Life and Air and Extreme. So we're very, very, very excited. Very excited about 2023 shipping. All right, some other quick things. I mentioned the store just now. Yes, store.magfast.com is up and running. We've used. I told you we were going to do this in a previous update. We've used Shopify as the backbone. It's what all the I think it's the most sensible choice for ambitious online stores these days. Shopify, of course, have a little version that you can use for your home. We use the kind of the pro version called Shopify Plus. It's fantastic. We've also planted a lot of trees now. We're up to 591,133 with our friends at Trees from the Future. That's 23 times the number in Central Park, New York. We're pleased with that. And another quick update, we're always working, we'll talk about this a little later, about on our what's called IP, intellectual property. That's like things like patents and trademarks. MagFast is an R registered trademark. There it is. And it's been a trademark in the United States and Europe for a while. And is now in many, many other territories around the world. We were just the other day joined by Brazil. MagFast is now a registered trademark in Brazil, which is exciting. Our global footprint increases just in time for March the 30th. We love travel when we've got this extraordinary new launch. Here's a preview of the product we're going to be launching on that day. What do you think it is? You know what, we should do a little competition for folks to guess what it is and earn some more points. Because you're going to want as many more chances to win. I mean, on March the 30th. So while I must not, Kate, do not give away what's coming on March the 30th. We do have something else new and gorgeous to show you today. I gave you a kind of a cheeky sneak preview of it earlier on. But Philip, if you have the film that we've made, we would love to show you something new and exclusive and limited to you right now.
This is the all-new Investors Limited Edition MAGFAST Air in premium piano black. Beautiful glossy contours enclose a powerful dual-coil, Qi-certified premium wireless charging system for all your Android, Apple, and other devices. Place one horizontally or vertically, and instantly our induction system communicates with it to maximize power delivery and ensure a safe, fast charge. Designed for lifetime durability and fun, this stand doesn't fold down or flip out, it snaps firmly, magnetically, and fast. MAGFAST, both onto the back for simple storage and underneath to stand on your desk or countertop. Air's precision geometry is calibrated to position your devices at a perfect 69-degree viewing angle to maximize your productivity. By now, you already have many micro USB cables like this, but the future is USB-C like this, so Air accepts either when you want to power it by itself. And of course, we plant a tree for every MAGFAST charger. Available neither in stores nor online, numbered limited edition Air in piano black is available only for a limited time as your gift when you'll invest $1,000 or more in MAGFAST. Invest $2,000 and you'll receive both piano black and alpine white limited editions in this beautiful boxed set. Visit invest.magfast.com now and invest in MAGFAST.
Okay, Kate, you were seeing that for the first time. What do you think?
That was amazing, and I really want one. So please. But that was beautiful. And it's funny, though, because so many people, maybe you knew this, but so many people have requested black because it's such a pretty color. And I think it's fun that we're doing it as a limited edition. So not everyone can get it.
Yeah, so black is often requested. Down the road, of course, we will do more colors. Colors present a great inventory management issue, and you never think about it because you're used to going to, as consumers, we're used to going to stores and seeing this blizzard of choices. But for young companies, just the inventory management of it is very difficult. But if we do a limited edition, it's much easier because we can just do a single run and then it's limited and it's done. So we're going to do this limited edition Air. In piano black, and if you would like to, you can join the 4,676 kind of customer investors that we have and invest in MAGFAST. Yeah, I mentioned this earlier on. I mean, every day on average for the last few years, several new people have come and become investors in MAGFAST. We're very, very proud of the community. We couldn't be here without our customers. We certainly couldn't be here without our investors either. So if you want to hear a little bit about this, I'll give you the kind of the bottom line on it, because when we do, a couple of times a year, we do one of these. Very often, our existing investors, they'll want to come back in and kind of top up. So I'm going to give the quick information for those guys. Let me just give you the details real quick, and then for folks who want to know and can stay on, I'll do a little session to just take you behind the business a little bit in a minute. So here's what we're going to do. If you are able to, and I want to emphasize, only if it's appropriate for you, if you're in a position to invest and you want to invest and it feels right to invest $1,000 or more in this round, starting on February the 14th, we'll give you the dates in just a second. If you're able to invest at the $1,000 or more level, and I just gave you you just saw some of the manufacturing details, we will do this beautiful piano black limited edition for you. If you are would like to and are able to, and it's appropriate to go in at $2,000, just take Kate and I off the screen for a second, Philip. Thank you. So folks can look at that. All right, we will do limited edition piano black and a limited edition alpine white, both in their individual boxes and the two boxes in a boxed set. Okay. in a box set. And let's just show you quickly what the timing this is going to be. We promise we're always going to give shipping dates. So here's the amazing news. All of it is going to ship at the same time as the existing commitment to limited edition white Air. We said end of June, beginning of July, same time as Wimbledon for tennis fans. So they're all going to come out together. Logistically, it's all going to happen on one day. It'll be spread out over kind of 2, probably 3 weeks at the time. But that's the timing on this. If you're able to do it, that time's you're going to blink, and we're going to be there. It's going to go away. We're going to go like that. Now, Kate, we already know what the number one question from many existing investors is at this point. All right, which is, it goes like this. It goes, hey, I already am getting an Alpine White limited edition. If I invest another 1,000, can I get it in the box set? And may I get it in the box set? And the answer is yes, you will. You will get it in the box set. You need to invest using the same name, the same email address. It's got to be under the same identity, but we will pair them. So if you previously, God bless you, went in at the $1,000 or higher level and you're due a white, if you want to come in again and get a black, we will put them together for you in a box set. If you're not already getting a white and you want the box set, then it's $2,000. But the folks who have been waiting for limited edition white have been waiting such a long time. We thought, the least that we can do as a little thank you is to say yes, you can come in again, and we'll put them together in the box set. So we're pretty excited about this. Let's put it big on the screen again, please, Philip, because I think you'll agree this looks pretty gorgeous. And yes, you will get both if you join us 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern on Tuesday, Valentine's Day, February the 14th, Kate.
Yep.
Yeah?
Valentine's Day.
Fantastic. Yep. Yeah. So 9 a.m. Pacific. We deliberately did it early in the day, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. So you can do that and still go out for your Valentine in the evening. Okay, let's keep going through here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just whip through a little bit more of this kind of investing stuff. If that's interesting for you, please stick around. Very quickly, we're going to have information online stuff. We'll email you in the next few days. But very quickly, 7 reasons. Online, by the way, there's all of the disclosures, all of the risks, all of the is all level there. And it's like, I remember, Kate, we said this before. When you read the kind of risks of investing, it's like reading the side effects on a common medicine. It's like, yeah, you're kidding, right? So the reasons that we're excited about the business are as follows. So one is this fantastic kind of fan base and relationship. There aren't many. We have, what was the number in the end? A little over 12,000 folks registered to be here today. There aren't very many small companies that can get 12,000 people registered to come to an event like this. 12,000. The total database is now approaching a quarter of a million, and so even the ratio of 12 out of a quarter of a million is actually really, really strong. Anybody who's tried email marketing knows it ain't easy to get people to take action when think of how many of your own emails you open and click and take action. Very, very few. So we're really proud of that. We're really proud. Number 2. Fantastic, innovative products, groundbreaking patent portfolio all around the world for devices and accessories. We're now finally at last a company that's shipped over 50,000 charging products and getting rave reviews. We're rated kind of best in class. The company itself is rated about 4.7 on Trustpilot. That's over several years. People have been giving feedback. And Lux, as you just heard, on Amazon and on Google and on Trustpilot, 4.9 out of 5 stars. America's highest rated smartphone cable. America's highest rated smartphone cable. And we've got number 5, we've got some really cool products on the way. March, you just saw what we just did. March the 30th is going to be the next chance to see that. And it's a doozy. It's an absolute doozy. Number 6, hey, we got cumulative sales now are over $16 million, all driven by expert kind of digital marketing. That's a tough business. I've spoken before about how very difficult that's been over the last couple of years, but we're seeing some. I believe that we're at a significant inflection point there, with like much better return on ad spend and so on going on at the moment. And the seventh reason is the fun one we already showed you, just for a limited period starting at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific on February the 14th, Valentine's Day, $1,000 or more, and you're going to get the gorgeous investor-only Series 2 limited edition piano black MAGFAST Air wireless charging. And if you can do 2,000, or you come back in again having previously done the 1,000, you'll get the box set, one black and one white. And we're really, really, really excited about those. Okay.
Yes, I'm very excited. I want all of our products. We all know this, though.
All right. So Kate's still there. Do you have anything you want to read out? Any comments or anything? Because I'm gonna do a little bit of some of the mechanics of this for folks who choose to invest. But you shout out if there's anything that you want to come in with. Okay, Kate. So quickly, let's talk about this. This is all governed by the SEC. All right. That doesn't mean that all investments will work out, but it is under a strict series of rules from the SEC. That's the federal government. The Federal Securities and Exchange Commission. They limit the amount that we're allowed to offer. We're extremely limited again, but we want to do our best to make this available to everyone for whom it's a suitable opportunity. You can't mess with the feds. The rules are strictly enforced. In fact, they handed down one or two of the other companies, not the one we're working with, one or two of the other companies that do this broke the rules last year and got some pretty stiff fines handed down to them. So we chose the guys who play it straight. We play it straight. We can't mess with the feds, but there are a couple of things that we can do to help as many folks get in as possible who want to. So the first thing was we're asking again that if you choose to go ahead with this, the maximum you're going to invest $5,000 on the first day so that we can fit in as many folks as possible. If there's room left over after that and you want to invest more, then knock yourself out, please. But never, ever, ever a penny more than is right for you. This is if you have an investment advisor, you should speak to them about it. This would be in your fun, high risk category. I often say to people, you should take your Vegas money and put it in here. And we'll try and do right by you. So maximum of 5K on the first day. There's always a rush on the first day. Then when it's subsided, if there's room, come back in with more, and that would be mine. We can't enforce that, but just on the kind of honor system. If we do that, there's room for less than 900 investors at 5K, so less than 500 folks. I think the demand will be there. In practice, not everyone will do 5, so there'll be room for a little bit more than that. But that's kind of the way that it's looking. And if you do want to do this and you haven't invested before, if you have, you're going to use your existing net capital account. Okay. But if you haven't, Kate and I are going to get you sorted out with a free net capital account. Okay. When we first did this, we were sold out in 3 hours. I think the number was something like, put it on the screen. Yeah. So it was 3,000 folks registered, and less than 1,000 were able to get in. So it's Valentine's Day, Tuesday, February the 14th, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. All right. Let's give a little bit more of the background of this. This is not an IPO. All right, that's when companies go public and they're on the public markets. This is a special kind of sort of public-private offering. It's actually called a Regulation CF, if you want to read more about it online. It's a kind of early public, a pre-IPO, IPO, if you like. It's done by an SEC-registered secure portal. I mentioned them just now. They're called Net Capital. And there's this, severely limited availability because of the SEC's rules. And I must emphasize, this is not suitable for everyone. You should only do this if this is right for you. It's critical. There'll be a lot of materials published online at Net Capital. We're going to do a concierge page for you with lots of information, and you got to read all of it. You'll hear how, like most tech companies, did you know, Kate, that most companies are not profitable when they go public? Fun fact. So we're not even at the stage of going public yet. We're not profitable yet. We're excited for the future, but we're not profitable yet. And we're particularly cash hungry at the moment. We've got all these things that we want to do, and we've got this. There's so much opportunity. So if you read the financials, you'll see that for various reasons, the early losses look higher than they might, and then the profitability will look better. You
you need to be very careful when you make an investment in us or any kind, and certainly with younger companies. So let's keep all of that in mind, please. Right. So pay close attention to everything now and the stuff that comes online. If you haven't already set up your Net Capital account today, we'll show you how in just a second, and carefully digest all the materials. And always remember that investing is always risky and not always rewardy. Always risky, not always rewardy. And the key dates that you're going to want, I already mentioned Friday the 14th, so Tuesday the 14th a minute, but tomorrow, that's the 10th, at about this time, we're going to post the replay to this event so you can review it, and we'll give you an investor packet and various bits of information. We put it all up on this thing called the concierge page. We're then going to do this opening, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, on Tuesday the 14th. And we're going to keep it. If it doesn't fill up, we will be putting up the price of the equities on Friday the 24th. And I mentioned the concierge page just now. This is just a special reference page that we publish on our site. It'll have the event replay, how-to videos, how to set up your account. Kate made a bunch of those videos. They're fantastic, Kate. Thank you so much. And there'll be downloadable documents and a Q&A. And if you have questions, investors@magfast.com. And Kate, in customer care, folks are saying, please use that email address, right?
Yes. If you have investor questions, email us at investors@magfast.com and put in your subject line investor question or anything that says investor, just so we know to get to it, since your questions are a little bit more time sensitive.
Yeah. Terrific. All right. Man, I'm excited about this. The piano black, people have been asking for piano black or black anyway for a long time, and we just decided, you know what, our investors are so amazing. Let's do something special. We would normally have done this later, kind of in the springtime, but things are moving very quickly, and we've got the big launch coming up on March the 30th. All right. You ever lose your mouse? Just lost my mouse. Right, here we go. So investors@magfast.com. All right, so we're teaming up with the folks at Net Capital again. They're one of a limited number of places that are actually registered, authorized by the SEC to do this. And you're going to want an account. It's going to be easier there's always a bit of a rush when we open these things up. And so if you want to get in, it's better if you have an account already set up. Setting up an account does not oblige you to do anything. It's free. And if you go, Kate, what's the URL again? Net Capital account?
Go to magfast.com/setup.
Magfast.com/setup. That will shortcut you into the part of Net Capital where you set up an account. So magfast.com/setup. All right. What else have I got on my slides here? So $1,000 or more on the first day. Yeah. And there's I'm just reading from my presenter notes. There is a button below you at live.magfast.com, which I think will probably also take you there. All right. So let's jump ahead and talk a little bit about take you kind of behind the business just a little bit to understand what what's going on around here. We've done, as I mentioned earlier on.
I wanted to say that we're getting a lot of chats of veterans and active duty military right now, and thank you so much. You guys are amazing and wonderful, and we really appreciate your service. And it's very exciting to have you all here.
It is. Thank you so much. Many of the vets I know are getting an Alpine White, and we will be thrilled to combine it with the new you guys want to jump in. The term separate. Like if you want to join, we will combine it with the one from the previous one. We've done a little over $16 million in pre-orders and sales. By the way, I want to just apologize. I know that in some markets my connection isn't that great. There's nothing that I can do to fix it, unfortunately. But the recording of this will be available online. All right, so let's just go a little bit behind this and tell you just one or two sort of facts and figures. The first thing I just want to show you is, you know what an average order value is, right? It's the average size of a shopping basket. So when you go to the supermarket, you do your shop, it's $150 or whatever it is for your household, $70, $200 for larger families. The average order value in the industry for chargers is somewhere between $20 and $40 because people buy, not great chargers one at a time. In our charger business, chargers slightly separate than cables. Obviously, cables are less. But in our charger business, our average order value is over $400. Over $400. This is virtually unprecedented, we think, in the market, and it goes to the fact that people just love them and they want to have several of them together. Here's a fun statistic: Apple, in their first 12 months, they did $774,000 in revenue in their first 12 months. MAGFAST, we did 623,000 in our first 12 hours when we did our original test launch. So that's something, and these launches are something that we've been. It's kind of one of our special strengths is that when we've got something new to show, we're quite good at generating excitement for it. So we've got this huge charger market. It's larger than 40 billion or so. We've got some key strategic advantages we're going to talk about in a minute. And we've designed the thing to scale. Let's look at some of those markets quickly. There's this thing called compound annual growth rate, CAGR, which shows how quickly markets are growing. The market for wireless chargers, is expected to grow at almost 25% a year for the next half decade or so. That's rare in business. And this data comes from before the recent announcement about Qi 2, which is the second generation of wireless charging, which we're going to go all in on. So I think that this may be a conservative number. It may be a conservative number. Here are the raw numbers from Market of Markets. Their estimated number, they've got the final numbers, but estimated numbers for 2021, which are obviously skewed a bit because of the pandemic, at about 4.5 billion. But they think 2026, 3 years from now, will come in at 13.4 billion. This is just wireless chargers, okay? 13.4 billion. So it's extraordinary. But of course, we're not just in the wireless charger market. We have strong offerings in USB wired cables as well. And what else? Power banks, of course, and wall chargers. And Jumpstart, like the Jumpstart safety market. You've already heard people are using it and loving it for that. And another big market that you'll hear about on March the 30th. So combined, all of those markets are more than $40 billion in value. That's as big as the worldwide box office. And that's before we add in the extra market coming in, I guess it's 7 weeks from today, isn't it? March the 30th. So the overall business model is a kind of modern version of direct to consumer. It's one of the oldest business models around. It's come roaring back recently, DTC, direct to consumer, and some of the most powerful and recognizable brands. Now, these are niche brands. They're highly successful, but not everyone will know away travel, although it's hard to miss. If you go traveling these days, I think I said once before in one of these streams, I was walking on an airline not so very long ago, and the what's they called, the baggage, you walk along the aisle, what do they call the rack, the covered baggage racks on the side. They were open all the way down, and I think 1 in 4, 1 in 5 of the cases in there were from Away. Really, really strong product, great branding, incredible. Warby Parker was kind of the original direct to consumer. The eyeglass, plenty of other eyeglass competitors now, and now of course MAGFAST joining direct to consumer, and there are some great advantages for direct to consumer. We get to have the end user as a customer, not retail buyers. So we get to talk individually with the people who are using and loving or having challenges with our products. So we get to have, full control really of the entire brand, the entire relationship.
experience. We get to have all the business data so we can understand our customers. That's why we're able to do kind of launches in such an incredible way, and be much more agile. If we have all of our inventory, we can do what we want with it rather than having inventory that's stuck out with lots of retailers. It also helps from a cash flow point of view. So we get to deepen relationships. We can have innovations like Fingerprint that help us to directly manage the relationship and the brand and the product and the reputation. And of course, the results of that we already start to see with the kind of the review levels that we're getting. Direct to consumer is such an effective model that many traditional brands, here's Nike, are piling in. This was a headline a while back. How Nike's direct to consumer plan is crushing the competition. Crushing the competition. And in Nike's case, here is the competition. And notice something about this market. You can likely name, right, Kate? And everybody can name and recognize all of these brands, right? You've heard of and recognized all of these symbols, all of these brands. Let's take another market. Here's the laptop market. Same deal. A strong handful of trusted brands. You know them. You trust them. Airlines. Same deal. You may not love the airline brands, all right, but you know them, all right. You've heard of them all, but hardly anybody can begin to name a charger brand. I've been involved with chargers for the best part of a decade now, and it's astonishing. Hardly anyone can name even one brand. Now you guys can. You can name MAGFAST, and maybe you can mention a competitor or two. But I do this. It's my kind of as a party trick. It's not much of a trick and not much fun at a party. But when I go out, I say to people, can you name a charger brand? It's very rare that anybody can. So there's this opportunity to create a great charging brand. I want to put this up, a kind of business school 101 marketing map from low end on the left to premium on the right. For the middle, for years, of course, there have been brands like Belkin, highly respected, solid products, but truthfully an accessories brand and not one that you'd think of first, or indeed probably a brand that you adore and want to trust all of your precious devices with. There's a bunch of other brands at the upper end there. Got a lot of respect for Anker. Duracell is in there somewhere. I think how they didn't become a giant in charging is beyond me. It just goes to show how hard it is for large companies to move quickly. And then down on the low end, there's really kind of endless other names. Let's just pop a bunch of them in there. It's kind of numbing how many of there are and how little they look at them all. How little they have to offer. So what all this means is that consumers have little reason to repurchase because they don't love the brand, and there's no other reason to repurchase. So we believe that a really important part of what we're doing is to have a strong brand strategy. A strong brand strategy, which means a strong relationship strategy to really work, to really look after our people, to really delight with customer care. That was an example of something the other day. We're working on a program for a certain circumstance where we know that other companies would do nothing, and we're working on a little program where we can do something to delight people when that particular problem comes up. I'll tell you about that in detail another time. So the brand strategy is where the relationship is everything, but we also have this thing called the ecosystem strategy, all right, where everything just works together. All of the products just snap together. All of the charging products just snap together. Let's look at them snapping together here, all right? Here's wall, here's life. On it goes like that, snaps beautifully. Here's extreme. You need to charge extreme. If you're lucky enough for wall to be high enough on the wall, you're just going to put it straight on the bottom like that. Once you use this and it all works so beautifully together, the ecosystem means that next time you need a charger, you're going to come back to us. So that's the ecosystem strategy. You might have heard of a young upstart company called Apple that's been using it very successfully for a number of years now. But even in more prosaic businesses, like power tools, here's DeWalt. They figured out that if you buy one of their cordless tools, right, which has a certain kind of battery, you'll stay with them for the rest of them because of the battery system. So you'll buy, a rotary saw or something, then you'll buy a drill because you can take the battery out of the one and put it into the other. And my favorite one, so for the last, getting on for 60 years, probably 57 years, is Lego. All right, they've done this forever, incredibly powerful. Every extra Lego piece you buy makes the ones you've got more powerful and an even better investment. So that's the eco strategy. It's powerful. It's the heart of MAGFAST business plan, an ecosystem strategy, a family of gorgeous products that just all work together so well that it's a no-brainer for you to invest in our products over and over again and to share with your friends. Let's just pop extreme on the top there. And by the way, if you notice your own kind of feelings of desire right now for wanting all of them together, that's the system strategy at work. So we think that the market map actually isn't exactly as I showed it to you just now, right, from low end to premium. We think it's like this, right? We think that there's an ecosystem element to it as well. Everybody else, as far as we can see, is in this standalone category. So we think that we can be the premium ecosystem, but because all of our products are designed each of itself to be best in class, and we just showed you how Lux is far and away the best in its class, because each of them is designed to be best in class by itself. Let's look at them. Life, the best charger for everyday life, right? Wall, the best charging hub for your home or office, right? Air, best wireless charging stand, now available in gorgeous piano black. All right, each of them is designed to be designed to be best. Extreme, all right, world's best charger for just about everything. Each of them is designed to be the best. So the idea is that people will buy in individual categories, whether it's for home or for office or for just click on it here. Yeah, whether it's for the home, whether it's for the office, whether it's in car use or for mobile. The idea is that we can catch customers when they want an individual product and bring them into our ecosystem. So in fact, we don't just play in the ecosystem area. We get to play down here in the standalone category as well. And Lux is strategically designed to bring people in the standalone and introduce them to the rest of the rest of our products, so we can draw them up into the area where only we can serve them with the ecosystem. All right, so as I mentioned, we got a little over $16 million of pre-orders so far, but I want to talk a little bit about some of the ways we think that we can grow. So far, pretty much everybody who has ordered from us has done so after watching this crazy guy, and if they're lucky, this beautiful young lady do one of these long online presentations, right, Kate? I mean, very comparatively, a small number of people come to the website and just buy, but most people watch one of these long presentations because we've seen it as being a strategic advantage in building the relationship. But certainly there are other ways of building the relationship. So we think that we can go beyond just having people watch this long presentation. We've only shown 7 products so far, including Lux. It'll go up to 8, 7 weeks from today. So we think that there's a lot of room to grow. So let's just pop through some of the scaling strategies that we have in mind. So first of all, normal ship. We'll talk about each of these in turn. Normal shipping, moving to international, new marketing techniques, new products, corporate customization. I'll show you some pictures of that in just a second. And also, eventually, as the best direct-to-consumer brands do, some retail distribution as well. So let's just talk about normal shipping. So far, until Lux came along, the folks who were prepared to pre-order these magical new products were the only folks that we could approach. The thing is, most people aren't prepared to stand by and wait. Most people have an immediate need and they expect fast shipping. So as we move to having all of our products available, Lux already is. In the course of this year, we're going to get the mystery product coming in 7 weeks. We'll join Lux, and all of the others will catch up. We're going to move from being a company that's asking people to trust us and wait to a company that has gorgeous stuff available. And of course, therefore, many more people can become customers. Next, we've got international. All right. So far, we've only whilst we have folks and we welcome folks from all around the world to this, but MAGFAST, we've only been marketing in North America. So scaling internationally is an option. Actually, all of the products work in all territories with this one problem, which is the crazy number of international plugs and sockets. If you look at the MAGFAST range like this, actually all of them will work internationally with the exception of this one with Wall. Wall uses what's called a type B connection, this connection here, which is familiar in North America and just 1 or 2 other places around the world. But the solution is going to be a universal design that can cover other territories. And so we're designing a different Wall design It's almost certainly going to be a square form factor, although just recently we've been considering some slight other changes for stability. But internally, it's going to be identical regardless of the market. Here you can see one of the European designs showing here. But internally, you're going to have the same stuff all over the place. So you're going to have at the top there, the same electronics surrounding the tip. Over on one side, you have all of the high voltage. Over on the other side, you have all the low voltage. Down at the bottom, all of the LED-licious and the USB connections. And they stay in the same place regardless of what kind of outlet you have in the middle. As I say, this is one of the European ones. There goes Australia and I think some of China. There's the other European type. Here comes the UK. And if you put these together, there's type G for the UK and a bunch of other markets. Actually, I moved on from that rather quickly, but the UK is tiny up there, but you can see it covers a bunch of kind of Africa and the Middle East and so on. What else have we got? We've got type F. That covers a huge amount of the planet as well. There's type E. That covers another bit. And so just by having this one design that's designed to be kind of interchangeable, you put them all together and you can cover pretty much the whole planet. So we're excited about developing international, and after quite a long wait, we're getting on with that. Now. Also, new marketing. Most of our marketing so far has only been on Facebook and YouTube. They're hard to keep up with. They keep on coming up with new systems and new strategies. Facebook, as many folks watching this know, has been a real struggle over the last couple of years. But as I said, we have been working very hard just in the last few months since we last met, talking about this, ramping up the number of people coming in as Lux customers, and then encouraging them to buy more Lux and eventually join us in the ecosystem as well. So we're going to expand to putting to advertising in many more places. You can see Amazon in the middle there. We had a blowout. Kate, you remember that? That was like one of the huge successes of last year. Was we did Amazon Live for Black Holiday Cyber Monday.
Yeah,
it was just like $100,000 in a day. We did a little old live stream. Kate and I went live for an hour or two.
We need to do that again.
It was bonkers, $100,000 worth of cables. Yeah, and so next scaling strategy, new products. Okay, well, you've already seen Lux has been bloody fantastic. Am I allowed to say bloody on a broadcast like this? And then on March the 30th, at our big We Love Travel presentation, okay, you're going to be joining us for this major new product launch. It's going to be super exciting. And as I said earlier on, I think investors are going to be excited about this, particularly because we have, just get this up on the screen. Yeah, the best margins, almost certainly the best percentage margins, definitely the highest dollar margins, and this incredible trademark we've secured. You're not going to believe the name that we've managed to secure for this product when we show you. So if it's not already, put it in your calendar for March the 30th. And this is going to be the last chance to invest in MAGFAST before we show this mystery product on March the 30th. What will it be? Find out shortly after 4 p.m. on March the 30th. All right. Another area we're going to start working on now that we've got the, we're going to do this with Lux, because we think corporations very often they want to do as gifts for their customers and for their employees. Lux is perfect. We can do custom packaging for Lux. You saw the beautiful limited edition packaging a little bit earlier on. So we're going to do corporate customization of our products. I'll just show you kind of quick couple of pictures here, just showing it with different brands on. What's this one? United, I think. Yeah. So we can do this with Hertz. Get different brands on there as well, and it can be pretty cool. And then finally, of course, when the time is right, go to retail. We have to do this very strategically because of inventory management can suck up a lot of money because most retailers these days won't pay you for at least 60 or 90 days after you ship to them. But when the time is right, and one of our key partners, our friends who you saw in the room earlier on when we had the team on, and I know watching us now at P3 have worked with all of these retailers, and when the time is right, we will do that as well. Some other quick things. And I hope it's okay. I'm just trying to give you a kind of a flavor of the way we think about business, just so you get a feeling of whether or not investing in MAGFAST might be right for you. Amazon, of course, is the electronics leader, the market leader. We are maintaining the same prices on Amazon as we do on our own site. It's critical. The margins are better for us when people buy from magfast.com, from store.magfast.com, but we need to be on Amazon because we have to be seen to be there. People go to look, they go there for the reviews, and I tell you, those reviews, that 4.9 stars on Amazon, is one of the most valuable assets this company has. That's why I spent so much time emphasizing it earlier in the presentation. And we're in a couple of very important programs at Amazon. One is called Amazon Brand Registry. MAGFAST, the trademark, is not allowed to be used by anybody else on Amazon in anything. I mean, if you want to do, if you want to do MAGFAST pencils or something, knock yourself out. But our trademark covers a broad range of electronics, and no one else can appear on Amazon using our name for that. So this brand protection program is super important. And there's also this program called Transparency, where all of our products ship with the special code on the back that shows that they are unique. It would take a little bit too long to explain it in detail, but basically Amazon issues us a series of unique codes. We put them on all of the packaging for all of our products. So as they circulate through the system, Amazon can tell what is genuine and what is counterfeit product. And so whenever you can on Amazon, you should be looking to get stuff that has transparency code on it, because then you know that it is not counterfeit. And you'll see this Lux customers, Life and Extreme customers, ProKit customers who've already got them will see transparency. Here it is, right in the center of all of our packaging labels, just underneath fingerprint, which you can use to check that it's authentic, but is not part of Amazon's program. So we're very pleased about this, and all of this is only possible because we've been taking the issue of IP, trademarks, utility patents, and that kind of thing very seriously for quite a while. And in the couple of kind of relaxed sessions, Kate and I are going to come in tomorrow, just going to open it up, answer some questions, and Steve Barnes, who's our fantastic patent attorney, is going to join us for a little bit tomorrow. He's just always fascinating to speak with, and he's going to join us for tomorrow's session. And Steve's been with us for years, but he isn't like a full-time employee of ours. And if anyone's working on a project at the moment and they need you want a patent applied for or a trademark, and you want the best, he's SW Barnes at barnesllc.com. Just drop him a line, SW Barnes at barnesllc.com. Let's show you quickly. This is the map of all the territories in which we have already got patent protection. We'll talk more about that tomorrow, but we've got utility patents. I think there's 2 issued, 2 pending, including this mother, which means that only MAGFAST can make a family like this, where everything snaps magnetically to the wall charger. Other utility patents pending. We've got design patents on wall and on air, including the new Piano Black limited edition, and on our beautiful mini cable as well. And we've got trademarks as well. 3 granted, 9 pending. My goodness, that little R is super important, and we have it in the United States. We have it in 27 European countries and a host of other countries as well. And I just mentioned we have Brazil. What else is trademarked? Fingerprint is trademarked, and the name of the secret product that's coming up on March the 30th. Did I mention, Kate, that we're doing something on March the 30th? Did I mention that?
No, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, we have a thing coming. I should have mentioned it earlier. We have this big deal coming up on March the 30th. And Kate's got some comments, but I just want to mention one more thing quickly about why this trademark and patent stuff is so important. Because already folks have tried to violate us on Kickstarter.com and RiteAid.com and on a Shopify store. All right, we've had people using one was called MAGFAST, right, which is clearly not allowed. That would clearly breach it, and we were able to get it taken down. That was on Kickstarter. We've had other violations on RiteAid and on Shopify, and thanks to this work that we've done, we were able to get those violations all immediately removed. All right, and in manufacturing, man, that's we're running later than expected here because Kate just loves to talk and talk and talk. So these things always run long. So Kate Kennard, bring Kate up on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. I want to introduce you to one of the most patient people that you will ever meet.
Thank you.
Sorry, Katie, I've been yammering for a long time, but you've got a few comments you want to just read out?
I do. Let me find my notes. Okay, so I have this one from Daniel Woodruff. Hi, Daniel. Daniel's been commenting throughout, like the whole thing. He's been very active. One of the last things he said was, in all caps, "Thanks for being so transparent, MAGFAST," with a big winky face. So you're welcome, Daniel, and thank you. And then we have Sandra Reese. She says, bought shares previously, and I'm happy with MAGFAST company and products, with a heart. So thank you, Sandra. And then Bill Zimmerman says, I did $500 during your last push with the special cables. He means the Persian Red Lux cables.
Persian Red, coming to end of March, early April. Yep.
And invested in MAGFAST Original, which I think he means pre-ordering. And I love the car jumper. I have used that several times already. So that is great news. I'm loving all the. There's so many people saying that Extreme has saved them from so many situations. So it's really fun. And me too, actually. I've had to jump my car quite a few times.
You were among the first. And there's actually Kate's got those, but we actually have a little video of some of our investors. Philip, do you want to just line that up and we'll play it for you in just a second? A while back we just sent out a little thing saying, hey, if you're an investor and you feel like it, just turn your camera on and record something. We just made a little edit. We'll show that in just a second. I'm just going to skim through the rest of this stuff here. Manufacturing is super complicated. This monster of a thing here. I want to just show you, this is what a tool looks like in order to make one of these products. And I'm just going to, for scale, like that's the size of a MAGFAST Life compared to the size of the tool that would make it. It's crazy. It's like the size of a dishwasher, weighs half as much as your car. It takes incredible precision to make a mold, especially for kind of top tier tools of the kind that we're looking. We've covered this a lot of times in our updates, but together the tooling bill to get all of the MAGFAST products off the ground is well over $200,000. It costs us thousands more just to do Lux, even that tiny little shape on the tip there. Thousands of dollars for that. We're in for tens of thousands of dollars more for the product we're going to show you on the. It's in the high tens of thousands of dollars for the product we're going to be showing you on March the 30th as well. But by getting good tools, they last a long time. So the tool like this for Life can make over 1 million units of Life, and Life retails for $99. So that's kind of, $100 million worth of retail in value in products. In practice, it won't reach that high, but we are investing in the tools that allow you then to scale. All right, what else have we got here? Oh, I want to talk about customer care real quick. You guys now know how great customer care is. They've been under a lot of pressure recently as things start to ramp up with shipping, and so many people wanting to invest. And the first, sorry, not the first, but at scale, we've now got chargers in people's hands. They have questions about them, and improving the firmware and everything. So customer care have been just incredible. In normal times, they do a half to a third of the response times. It's been not quite as good as that recently because things have been tough, but you guys are just incredible. And Kate will often, a couple of times recently during our broadcast, Kate wasn't there because she was like, you know what? You got to handle it this week, Seymour, because I gotta be taking care of business in customer care, and it's these guys that are responsible for this kind of thing online, this kind of reputation online. They're also responsible for 9 out of 10 folks staying with us, even though the wait has been such a long time. All right, I think we should wrap this up, Katie. We're running a little long in the tooth, as usual. I was thinking an hour and a half. We're a little over that, but I think we can pack this up quickly. So help me out here. If you would like to invest in MAGFAST, all right, you'll be joining 46,000. sorry, 4,600. I do apologize. Almost 4,700 other customer investors. And if you're able to, only if it's right for you, if you're able to invest at the level of $1,000 or more, we'll do this beautiful, and it's going to ship quite soon, this beautiful piano black MAGFAST Air. It's a really great little product. Works with pretty much every smartphone made the last 5 years, I think, at least, and longer than that for some Androids. And if your phone doesn't have wireless charging, you can get a case that adds wireless charging. So the thing is absolutely beautiful. At the $2,000 level, we will do a piano black and an alpine white, each in their own boxes, right? So if you look at, I don't have the box for the white one here, but if you look, piano black has its own black with it showing black on a white box, and white has the same thing the other way around. So they'll each come in their own boxes, and then the two boxes will be in this amazing box set. And I showed you this earlier on. Here's the timeline. All right, we're aiming for, we believe we're going to hit late June, early July. If it rolls out, I mean, this is if there isn't another pandemic, this is provided pretty much. But the point is that there is a fixed timeline now to get this thing out that includes contingencies. So we feel pretty confident about this. And then the other thing is, I just wanted Kate to answer that question that I know has already been coming in from our existing investors waiting for an Alpine white. If you are already waiting for an Alpine white and you want to come back in $1,000 or more for a piano black, as long as you invest under the same kind of name and email as you did before, so we're able to see that it's the same investment from the same person or from the same entity, we will match them up and we will send it to you in the presentation box. It's the least we can do to say thank you for being so patient while you have been waiting. All right. Timing again, Kate? Tuesday, right?
Yes, on Valentine's Day. That is when the perks start. Noon Eastern on Valentine's Day. So set your watch.
9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. It only takes a couple of minutes if you want to do this. It's pretty quick in and out. And just to go over the other things again real quick, we're saying please, because it can get really busy on the first day, we want as many people as possible to have a chance to get in. So limit investments to 5K, please, on the first day. Then if there's more room, knock yourself out. And I think that's just about all I want to say about investment. But we promised to give away some prizes.
Yes, we did.
Do you have the winners there, Kate?
I do, but real quick, before I read those out, I wanted to, I know we have a few people that are listening that have some visual impairments, or maybe you're listening to this in the car and you're not watching, which is good. Don't do that. I want to read out the 3 secret words that we have had throughout this live stream, just so everyone has a fair shot. So this will be February 9th, secret word number 1 is delight. Oh, and before, you go enter this at magfast.com/we-love-travel. magfast.com/we-love-travel. Secret word number 1 is delight. February 9, secret word number 2 is relationships. Mm-hmm. And February 9th, secret word number 3 is travel, because we love travel.
Because we love travel. So you're going to go to magfast.com/we-love-travel and enter those secret words. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm super excited. And those are just that we've got 3 chances to win. We're going to do 3 chances to win again tomorrow. 3 chances to win again on Saturday. If you can come back and join us then, we'd love you too. All right. They're going to be, as I say, they're going to be kind of looser sessions than today. Today was like a lot of information, but we're going to just we're just going to hang out, right, Kate? We're just going to hang out. Our friends and family are going to be here. It's going to be super cool. But we know in the past sometimes we do it all on one day, and then people are like, well, I missed out. So obviously the replay is available. We're going to do a couple of other lives with more chances, lots of chances to win I can't even believe I'm saying this, 250,000 air miles on March the 30th.
That is insane.
All right.
Insane. Okay, prizes.
All right.
Okay, so third prize. Let me find
Let's get the prizes up on the screen here. Okay, so the third prize.
Third prize is a Consumer Reports top-rated Bose Quiet Comfort 45 headphones. And our special third prize winner is Robert Wilson from Seattle, Washington. Congrats, Robert. Woo!
Robert, well done, my friend. Fantastic. That's going to be on its way to you. Brilliant. No, these things are really nice. I famously had a pair back in the day and left them on the plane and then forgot that I'd done that and blamed my lovely wife for losing them. And strangely, Christmases have come and gone since then, but I've never been given another pair. All right, so that's the Bose Quiet Comfort Bluetooth noise cancelling. They're just fantastic. All right, second prize. Let me bring this up on the screen. Okay, so this is just like one of the world's top smartphones. Your choice of iPhone or Samsung, right, Kate?
Yes, exactly. And our special second prize winner is David Leggett.
David Leggett, well done, sir. Where's he from?
Manassas, Virginia.
Manassas. Okay, Virginia.
I don't know how to say that. But David knows. So David, just reach out to me, or I'll reach out to you. Okay, so then our first prize is a consumer. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Is a Consumer Reports top-rated Samsung S95B OLED 4K Smart Tizen TV. Woo! That's hard to say.
Very nice. And, we did in the past. We've done the LG, which was Consumer Reports top. It's still very good, but now this is the new Consumer Reports top rated. Only the best for fans of MAGFAST. And the winner is
Peter Hansen from Simpsonville, South Carolina. Congrats, Peter.
Hansen from Simpsonville. I noticed that this is all men who've won today. Ladies, we need you entering the contest, please. All right.
I'm disappointed. I'm just kidding. All of you guys deserve to win. You did exactly what you were supposed to do, and it's completely random. So
the thing is completely random. But let's make sure that we get everybody getting plenty of chances to win. This is why I'm in front of this lovely beach background here today, is because we're giving away the trip of a lifetime. Just 7 weeks from today. All right. That, I think, is all of the business taken care of. Thank you. If you're still with us now, God bless you. Thank you so much. Or you've joined us again for the replay. You're incredible. MAGFAST is only possible because of the input of an awful lot of different folks. But you are the most important of them. All right, so let me just put the details up again quickly on the screen. The only action point right now, if you want to invest, is to go to, and you don't already have a Net Capital account, is go to magfast.com/setup. magfast.com/setup. Super simple. You want to get in there. And Kate, the advice is to get a credit card on file with them, I think, isn't it? And do not attempt to transfer money from your bank to Net Capital in time for Tuesday. It'll be late. That's not what you want to do. So they have a wallet feature. Do not use the wallet feature, but get a credit card on file. And the other thing you can do is you can set up your bank account. They have the secure, what's it called? The Plaid or something. They have that secure, Plaid is it called? The secure system that connects banks together. So you can connect your bank account to Net Capital, so that when the time comes, you can, and it'll do a secure transfer. But that you can get that set up in advance, and then just in case there's a problem, use a credit card. I think there's a 3% processing fee on a credit card, but that's your way to be sure that you are safe and you are in. So that, I think, is it. Philip, let's do the following, please. When Kate and I sign off, if we could play, please, the little fun film of folks who, the investors who were kind enough to do like a little cell phone video or whatever, and send it in for us. And then after that, we'll play again the video of the gorgeous new piano black limited edition MAGFAST Air, so you can take a look at that as well. Kate, you got anything else in your notes, or should we get out of here?
I have just two nice comments to read to see us out. So this is from Ron W. He says, just to say, as you wind down, this does feel like I'm in a family. Nothing but warm fuzzies every time I get an email, text, or get to watch a video. Love y'all. Ron, I get warm fuzzies too. Thank you. Okay.
I couldn't put it better than that. Thank you so much, Ron. That's the it's sort of the perfect ending, because the core, like the most important point in everything that we've said today was that point right in the middle about the most important lesson is that it's all about relationship. I think it's a broader lesson than just MAGFAST. The study I mentioned from Harvard, the 84-year study on CNN, is like the scientific proof is in. Quality of life is to do with relationships, not money, not features, not that. So go take a look at it if you can. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, Kate, as always. You're amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, North America's finest, probably the world's finest tech live stream co-host is Kate Kennard. We will see you soon. Thanks so much. We're doing emails and follow-ups, documentation. One of the things we're going to do between now and March the 30th, by the way, more chances to win means open all of the emails, because it's only by opening the emails and clicking on the stuff in the email. That's going to be one of the ways we're going to get you over to more chances to win. So keep an eye out for that. Right now, we're going to say, mwah, thank you so much. You're incredible. And Philip, if you would just roll those 2 videos for us now. Thank you. See you soon.
Invested in MAGFAST because I loved the products themselves. They're absolutely stunning.
I believe in your product, and I believe in all of the work that you've done.
I saw it, and I can see your vision. I can see your creativity, and that inspired me to want to create and invest in your company.
You guys are ahead of your time for portable power. You guys are the way of the future.
Seymour is so honest with all of us.
There's been nothing but decent, ongoing, and consistent communication.
It is just the most amazing operation I have ever experienced.
I trust and believe that the company will make the right decisions that will not only benefit the company, but also the consumer investors like me.
I am fully committed, and I really believe that this is going to be an amazing product.
And we're both so very excited to be part of the MAGFAST family. Thank you, Seymour, Kate, and your whole team for everything you do.
I've invested twice now, and I will invest again given the opportunity.
I'm looking forward to what MAGFAST is going to do in the future. I'm so glad that I'm an investor.
This is the all-new Investors Limited Edition MAGFAST Air in premium piano black. Beautiful glossy contours enclose a powerful dual-coil, Qi-certified premium wireless charging system for all your Android, Apple, and other devices. Place one horizontally or vertically, and instantly our induction system communicates with it to maximize power delivery and ensure a safe, fast charge. Designed for lifetime durability and fun, this stand doesn't fold down or flip out. It snaps firmly, magnetically, and fast. MAGFAST, both onto the back for simple storage and underneath to stand on your desk or countertop. Air's precision geometry is calibrated to position your devices at a perfect 69-degree viewing angle to maximize your productivity. By now, you already have many micro USB cables like this, but the future is USB-C like this, so Air accepts either when you want to power it by itself. And of course, we plant a tree for every MAGFAST charger. Available neither in stores nor online, numbered limited edition Air in piano black is available only for a limited time as your gift when you'll invest $1,000 or more in MAGFAST. Invest $2,000 and you'll receive both piano black and alpine white limited editions in this beautiful boxed set. Visit invest.magfast.com now and invest in MAGFAST.
Okay, so here is how you set up your Net Capital account. Just a couple of things before we start. First, this will be super quick and super easy. The whole thing will take 2 or 3 minutes tops. Second, you'll be setting up your investor account on NetCapital's SEC-approved secure investment site. None of your information is passed to us at this stage. They'll just give us the list of investors once everything's complete. So it's all super private, and we will set this up right away. Okay, so here is your first screen. It's nice and simple. You just enter your first name here, and then your last name. Exactly the way they appear on your driver's license or passport. And then you'll enter your email address here. Be sure to use an email address you can access right now because you'll be getting a code very soon. And then you'll enter your cell phone number here, your mobile number. You'll see that the country code is already preset to +1 for Canada and US. So just adjust this if you need to, if you have an overseas number. And then you'll click sign up right here. So then you'll pop over to your email. NetCapital will automatically send you an email to the address you just put in containing a 6-character confirmation code. So, and real quick, let me scroll up and show you the subject so you know what it says. It'll say confirm your email address. So just look for that. And if you don't see it right away, just check your spam folder or give it a second. So copy this right here. And then you're going to go over and put it right here, copy, paste, and then verify. And then you'll choose your password. Just make sure that you follow the password rules and choose a strong one. I think it needs to be at least 10 characters. So as you're putting in your number, you'll see that it turns green. And then you'll confirm your password here. So just repeat it. Okay. And then you check this box here, and then you click save. And then that's it. You'll see, if you go over to your email, you'll see another email with the subject line, welcome to NetCapital, and give it a second. I'll see mine's here right away. So that's just your welcome email. Very nice. And then, well, that's the first stage. All done. Woo. Okay. So now that you have your account, you're all signed up and everything. Let's complete the setup of your account. So there's just a couple more things that you'll need to do before you're ready to invest. The SEC investment regulations require that investment portals like NetCapital just check a few things, all for your protection, before you may invest in us. The questions are super simple, so let's just get them answered right away. So go up here in the top right corner and you'll click your first name, and then you'll click on settings. This first field will say contact information. Some of the fields you already filled out so this should all be correct, but check it all and edit it if necessary. There will only be about 6 bits of information you need to complete here. Now, I'm in the US, and there might be slight differences in other countries, but it's still all very easy. So you'll enter your address first, right here. Okay. I have a long address. New York, a zip code. All right. So, and then next you're going to enter your birthday. I'm not going to enter my real birthday because I don't want anyone to know how old I am. Okay. So next, you'll put in your annual income. Just choose the right range from the drop-down options, and then you'll put in your net worth. Again, just choose the right range. And then next, you'll scroll down and click just confirm your citizenship, and then enter in your social security number. This isn't my real number, obviously. And again, just to be clear, we do not see this information at MAGFAST. The SEC requires NetCapital to check this with you. It's normal and it's a secure part of the process. You can ignore, click save. Yeah, click save. right here. Okay, and then you'll scroll down and you can just ignore this second section, supporting documents. NetCapital will get in touch with you if they need any more information. And then you can change your password here if you want. I'm sure you've already picked a great password, but you can obviously change it at any time. And then you can set up two-factor here. We always recommend that you do that. It's very, very secure. It's a way to secure your account. And then, so that concludes that part. And then we'll get into funding your account so you can invest. There's two main ways that you can do this. So just go up and click your name again here, and then click on payment methods. So the first and the best way to fund your investment accounts is by connecting your bank account. This will be the quickest and easiest way to make your investment on the actual day. So set this up right away. Under bank accounts, you'll just click add account here. And remember, this is all safe. They're using Plaid, which is the super encrypted system that banks use to connect. You may well have seen it before. So you'll click continue here, and then you'll just choose your bank, and then you'll be directed to log into your bank account. It'll be the usual stuff your bank needs to log you in securely. I have one that I set up already, so I'll just show you what it looks like. Like that. So once you do it, you might need to refresh your page, and then your bank account should pop up like this. And then that's how you set up your bank account. Next, second way you can add funds to your account is set up a credit card or debit card. Even if you plan to invest another way, it's a great idea to have a card on file just in case. There is a small fee for using a card, but it's definitely worth having it on file as a backup. So we're still under payment methods. So then you'll see credit and debit cards. You click add card here, and then you'll just add your card information, just like when you're online shopping. So here's what it looks like. And then you'll click save card. And I already have one added, so you'll see what it looks like, just like this. And this is important. So last time we had a bunch of people miss out because their bank or credit card provider did not recognize the charge and they declined it, and we are sold out before they could get it fixed. So after adding your card, please call your bank or credit union, whoever, and let them know that you're planning to do an investment with NetCapital and to allow the transaction to go through, and then you should be all set. There's one more thing. So if you go to your dashboard, so if you go back up and click on your name and go to your dashboard or your home page, whatever. Yeah, dashboard. You'll see this thing called wallet. You see wallet balance right here. It's a way some people keep funds on standby for when they want to invest. It's great, but the only problem is that when you put funds in there, it can take a while for them to become available. And last time, unfortunately, we had some folks miss out because the funds took too long to arrive. So this is why we mainly recommend setting up your bank account and card in advance. And that's it. You're all signed up and ready to invest.